Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Link's Awakening. This is episode 2. In the last episode, we checked out Maybe Village, yeah, so on. And we did quite a few side quests and stuff. We also got our sword and shield, which is pretty amazing in the terms of not needing to choose it as equipment. We went on there, filled up our heart container, and we did quite a bit of the trading side quest, which we ended up with the bananas from the crocodile down on the beach. Next up, we were told that Taran has come up this way. We're also told by Mr. Owl to come up this way as well. Moblins ahead, they're not friendly. If we don't come up here, we can't progress the game, so it's pretty necessary. Hoot! Ho, brave lad! On your quest to wake the dreamer. Welcome to the mysterious forest. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted, coherent island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while a windfish naps. By the by, have you ever visited the Tail Cave which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot! What a hoot! Let's go. The song for this is 1,000,000 times better than it was in the Game Boy version. Just saying. But then Game Boy music sort of grate on me a little bit. We can't go in there for our treasure chest. We'll come back for that later. Yeah, there's loads of stuff you can do in this place that's... look, filled in Trombo Shores and the Mysterious Forest. So, what was I saying? There's loads of stuff you can do in this forest that we can't do until a little bit later, so it's worth coming back. Like someone was mentioning earlier in episode 1, you can press A on the map and put in little icons, whichever one out of these. There's a treasure chest here, which I want to chuck here, so that I don't forget. And there'll be a couple of those things to come back for. Get. Moblins. Like the sign said outside, they're moblins. Hello. As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder. Hint, hint. We can't go any further. You're going to be lost, thanks to me. Yeah, you can't go any further until you sort out Mr. Raccoon's problem. So let's head on back a bit. Oh, we're going to be lost. Oh, these are awkward little... Ah, shit. Awkward little enemies. Split in two and then you have to wait for a bit until they get off you. I don't know if swinging your sword to actually help, but I always swing it just in case. So you never know. It might do. Okay. So many ways to go in this forest as well. Let's have a little look. Beware of floors with cracks, don't get too comfortable on them. Okay, we'll do. I'm just going to wander around a bit randomly to show off the place. Yeah, I haven't forgotten the way at all. You can break these, you can push those rocks, but there mustn't be anything on the other side. So, like the sign outside said, don't stay on the cracked floor for too long. Not good. It breaks and it creates another hole, which you can fall through. Which you will fall through first time. Anyway, 50 rupees. That is really good. If you haven't done your mini games in the village and stuff, that's a good starter. You can get up to, I think, is 999. Okay, these are back from the original game, but now they're a lot quicker. Piece of power will double your strength. Sword wielding strength, at least. Can't get that heart piece yet. There's also something else which doubles your defense. We'll get to that in a bit. By here, I'm going to put a little heart for a heart piece. Makes sense to me. This is what we want. We want to come through the forest and grab this mushroom. This will be taken to the... I think she's a witch. At least a potion maker. There you go. Where we can turn the toadstool into something a bit more powdery. Let's just head on back through now. It is a bit of backtracking, but it's not that bad. It's not going to kill you. And once you have a certain inventory item, you can come back through this forest and get through it a lot quicker. It's like half the ways you won't even have to go through the caves or anything anymore. Whoop. I want my rupees. You'll see why later in the game. Like when we go back to the shop sometimes, one time there'll be something that's so expensive. So expensive. So you want it. Come here. Can't go in there yet. I think... I can't remember what that is. What I'm doing, I'm going to put a club there because I'm not sure what it is. It then treasure chest, it then a heart. I'm not sure what it is. I think you do get a heart piece out of it. Just a heads up, but can't get that heart piece yet. It's covered in holes. Can't kill these enemies yet. They're all shocked and electric-y, as far as I'm aware. There might be like secret little ways or buggy little ways you can, but yeah. Hello, witch. Ah, it's the sleepy toadstool. It does. It has. Oh, talks like Gollum. It does, or Yoda. We'll mix it up something in a jiffy. We will. It's already it is. Take care, as there's not much there. Why not try a bit in my hut? Alright. Magic powder, as she said, limited, but not by a magic bar. It's limited by actual powder usages. So once you run out, you need to come back to her. We're going to set it to either Y or X. X will do. Chuck it it. Yay, good job. Use it on the enemies and see what happens. If you run out, go to the forest, pick some more toadstools, and I'll make you more. Come back without a toadstool, and you may have to pay a price. So, toadstool or pay rupees. Ah, damn it. I thought something would have happened. But yeah, as you can see, once the screen goes away, there we go. In the top right, 18 more usages. You get 20 max. You can increase that. Hopefully I'll remember where that is. That you can increase it to. But here we go, here's the other one. The Guardian Acorn. Reduce damage you take by half. It's good. It is useful. The game isn't hard enough on normal mode for it to really matter too much, but it does get you through enemies quicker. That's what I think of it anyway. So, let's go down this way. If you go right, you can reach a fairy fountain where you can get fully healed. But we're at full health, so not too much of a bugger. Back up here now, where we met Mr. Raccoon in the first place. Just had to take the long way back. Hello. Yay, it's Taran! He was off picking mushrooms, remember? Marin said. The last thing I can remember was biting into a big juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream. I was a raccoon! Yeah, it sounds strange, but it sure was fun. Right, so now we can actually go through. Let's talk to him again. We'll tuck it out. Think I better set a spell before I head home. Set a spell. Oh, the irony. Okay, so this is what we came here for. The tail key. Mr. Owl told us to come through and grab that, so... Oh, here he is again. Just a gentle reminder. Hoot! Take the key and go to the tail cave. Retrieve the instrument that's hidden there. Go now. The windfish is waiting. Hoot! Give a hoot. Read a book. Where'd that come from? That was... dredges of my childhood, I think. Can't go that way. There's not much we can do up here yet. We'll be coming up soon enough anyway, so... Let's head on back to the village. I do want to check out the shop, because there's something I'm not too sure about. I'm not sure if something's in stock in the shop now, or if I have to wait until after you do the first dungeon. So I want to check now, just to make sure, kind of thing. And we're out of there! So... I've noticed the frame rate to sort of chug a little bit now and again. It's not my recording, although that might... I don't know if that's making it worse or not yet, but... It's actually just the game, and that's one of the criticisms that I've heard from quite a few places. Quite a few reviews and stuff. Nope, can't buy it yet. We're still saving up 200 for the harpies. So, there's something in the first dungeon, which you need another inventory item, which you can't get first time through. I think they added it for this version of the game. It's a bit weird. I like to go through a dungeon and have all the inventory items straight away, kind of thing, so I can go through in one run without having to return to it. But they didn't make that a thing in this version of the game. It doesn't matter too much. It's the only time I can think of that they actually do it in the game, and it's in the first dungeon. You know, it's not exactly hard to get to go through a second time. So get. Get. Right, I do want to check all grass because seashells can be in them. You might need the shovel for a lot of them, by the way. If you don't get the shovel, you're not getting quite a few good rewards. So you want to buy it as soon as possible, I think. Here we go. Use the tail key. We might actually be able to get through this dungeon this episode. First dungeon, it's relatively sort of straightforward and simple. Yeah! Let's head on in. You only get 5 keys, 8 dungeons, so some of them don't actually need keys at all, but they're just a bit more complicated to get to, I guess. Okay, here we go. Level 1, Tail Cave. Let's try this way first. I can't remember exactly which ways to go and everything, which order to do things in. So... you'll be hearing that a lot. Thank you, thank you. First small key. I think your shield can stop those flames, but I might be wrong. Compass! You can now see where the chests of nightmare are hidden. This compass has a new feature. It's not new to this version. A tone will tell you if a key is nearby. It's not new to this version. The compass, it said that in the DX version as compared to the original version, so it was added to that version, and they kept that text box in, I think, for some reason. So just shoot the ping. Nice. Yeah, you can find them in the dungeons now as well. So that's new to this version as well. Yeah, just shoot the ping. So it's a key in this room. Just got to figure out how to make it appear. And in this case, it was just a switch, so easy. Let's check out the mini-map, or the map a sec. If we go right, there's treasure. So if we go left, there's nothing. So I'm going to try going right first. Ah, it's one way. Up. I think that covers the Guardian Acorn. So I don't think we can have both power-ups at the same time. I might be wrong, because I'm just going off of the fact that you only keep the one colour. I'm not really sure. I don't want to go that way yet. I want to go across this way. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry, I'm back. Someone called up. Cracked floor down there. Because we killed all the enemies, so we can go up yet. Little wiggly things. We can get through this place quite easily now. Or a lot of it, at least. Just because we got the power up. Know what's up in the top left? We're keeping 2 keys. Well, 3 now. Is making it really simple for us to keep track of everything. It really does. 20 rupees. Joy. Who's Joy? Bad joke. Let's go across. Yeah, I don't think I want to go through that door quite yet. I think we'll head back the other way. Remember when we went for that treasure chest where the map was? And there was a doorway which was only one way? Well, this is where we would have ended up if we come through, so we'd have missed out on the key and stuff over here. So I'm glad we went around the longer way. This is where the cracked wall is, on the left. We don't have... it's pretty obvious if you played Zelda games. We don't have bombs yet. So... we can't go through there until after, later in the game a little bit. Okay. I don't know if I wanted to come this way first or the other way, but we'll try this way just. Gotta try one or the other now. Okay, if we had the owl beak. If we had the owl beak, then we would be able to talk to that statue, and he would give us a hint of what to do in the dungeon. The one out there would have said push blocks to make things happen. This one would say use your shield to make them flip. So, that's all. Not missing a huge amount. I think if we go down through here, though, we're going towards the boss, but we can't actually get there because we haven't got a few things yet. Die, Gumba. Yeah, they're back for Mario as well. See quite a few of those sorts of things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going towards the boss door. No, we're not. It's the way I wanted to come. Oh, luck. Here we go. The key item of the dungeon. Rock's Feather. It makes you able to jump. So you can't jump in this game. I was lying before. But it does feel weird that you have to press X or Y to jump. Like, I would always think A from platformers and stuff like that. It just makes... just feels more natural to me. But now we can get back a bit easier. I love the look down here. Like, the clay sort of toy feeling of the whole game, actually. Pretty bloody stunning. Yeah. So next up, we can go right and use our keys over here, because I think it's the only way we haven't actually been in the dungeon now. Could go up or we could go right. We'll go right, I guess. If we haven't got rocks further yet, we're not going any further in this direction. Or over in that direction. This guy will tell us how to beat these. All you need to do, make them all the same suit. The same cards suit. I can hear a vacuum in the background. It's not good. Oh, the beak. So you needed to know how to beat this room before you could actually get the advice on how to beat it. Oh no, this is the spine shield one. Never mind. I've got a bit mixed up with all these. Doesn't matter, right? Whoop. Come on then. Mini boss time. This one's easy. Someone's got a Vox Feather. I know I have to get into this room, so. So you just jump over the spikes and hit away. Thing is, you haven't got many inventory items yet, so they have to keep it basic. So that's quite creative, really. To me, anyway. Come back, Fury. Could have put him in a bottle. This is a checkpoint. You can teleport from the start of the dungeon to here whenever you want. It's quite a ways in as well, so it's good. That was the boss door, by the way. I don't know if there's anything down here. Health, okay. So we need to backtrack a little bit. I know where we need to go. It's the room before the mini-boss. And that should lead us to the boss key. So let's go. Oh no. No. It's the one further out. It's over. It's up from here. I don't know. In recent years, I've only played through this game once, so it's not like I remember every little thing. Go on. Your stretch chest, I think this must be the one. The compass is telling us there's something here. Okay, good. Come on. So we're pretty much done with the dungeon. See, the first one's really quick and easy. Even when I went the wrong way kind of thing once or twice. It was still really quick. It's fine. Let's check the map. Make sure we've been everywhere. Everything except for that just on the left that we need to bomb the wall for. So, fine. These skeletons. Bit of a pain. We're going to go in with 3 hearts instead of 4, but that should be fine. First boss is not difficult. It's one you've seen in other Zelda games, Link to the Past, among others. Four Swords Adventures, similarly. Buzz, outsider. But now, you can fall through the holes and it's cracked tiles, but it's easy. Moldome. I like to do a spin slash because you do more damage. Can't actually hurt it until he opens up his tail again, but... He is really easy. Compared to like further bosses, and that is the point, I suppose. Done. He can actually turn red if you don't do a spin slash and start going around faster. But we didn't get to see it. Here's our heart container. Same as every other Zelda, once you beat a dungeon you get a heart container. So we've got 5 hearts now. Not bad going. I'm gonna shut up so you can hear the music, because these are some of my favourite parts of this game. When you get an instrument. Swamp. Hint. A path opens in the blooms. Yeah. You have to do 1 or 2 things before you can actually get there. This is one of the ones without a key. But it's not too bad. Next up, we are going to head back to Mabe Village. Once our owl is done. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he hints, because sometimes if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a clue. Or I wouldn't. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north in Gaponga Swamp. Hoot indeed. Indeed. By the way, mystery powder, not going to be used that much in the game. Not something I've ever used much. You can use it on enemies and stuff, and I think they drop different things based on if they've been hit with it maybe, and I think you can hit those electrified cactus sort of enemies as well. Hey buddy, it's serious, yeah, really serious. Yeah, it is, the moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right, a whole gang of moblins. Then it's for real, they all went to the house. Yeah, that house, and then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was a really bad scene with the moblins, so I mean, It might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. Thanks, Junior, and other person. Hello. It's terrible. My Bow Wow was dognapped by moblins. Please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow. Okay. I know where I need to go. I'm just having a little look around. I want to go to the shop a sec. Let's head on in. Nothing still. 200 each, so we need to get 400 rupees for everything in the shop right now. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave things off there. We've done a whole dungeon, we've done the forest, we've done... Again, I feel like we're making good progress. So, this has been GreenyXI. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit, when we head on up to save Bow Wow. In a bit, folks.